The stage is set here at Braves Stadium. Welcome into the Community Braves Network. I'm AJ Tillers for Garrett Norman. We are ready to go. The Braves in their grays have won the toss, elected to defer. Jack Winford back in action, dressing after missing that Wills Point game. Will send one onto the back of the end zone on the far side, and the Braves will begin district game number 2 on defense. And here comes this high-powered Sunnyvale Raider offense. Saw that Jack Winford kick head to the south end zone. That's where the wind is blowing. Heavy gusts up to 16 miles per hour, blowing from the north to the south. So expect some balls to fall off the tee tonight. Raiders in their all whites will come out in their shotgun offense. Rigdon Yates. First down snap, it'll be a handoff up the middle to his main man to the 35-yard line. That's leading rusher Matt Levitt. The senior in 6 games this season, he's only caught 2 passes, but he's rushed 88 times, 508 yards. He's averaging 5.8 a carry, 84 yards per game on the ground, and a big start on first down. TJ Baboye with the tackle. Pickup of 12. Second down, another give. Levitt, left side, bouncing out from Cheedy. Levitt stays on his feet, but here come the reinforcements for the Braves to make the tackle shy of the 35. They picked up 12 on first down, but they lost a couple there. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line, a loss of 1.
Leading the tackle was number 33, Elmer Cadena.
So 11 yards on 2 plays for Matt Levitt. Chauncey Cheedy had the tackle one-on-one, had it broke, but Levitt brought down by a group of defenders. First pass of the night. Throw right side by Yates, caught at the 45-yard line in Brave territory. So from one leading playmaker to another, the senior running back gets the first 2 carries, and then it's Landry Laird, the senior receiver, who gets his 30th catch of the season.
Pass by Rigdon Yates, caught by
to put Sunnyvale in plus territory. So 2 first downs on 3 plays, and Sunnyvale marching. Yates, another give. Levitt jamming through traffic. Braves holding the line up the middle. Another short pickup for Levitt.
Another run by Levitt. And on the tackle.
Starters defensively tonight for Community: Eric Glasscock, Jackson Younger, Joseph Smith, Chauncey Cheedy, Hunter Bowles, Elmer Cadena, with Hayden Tanner, Charlie Ott, Jonathan Norris, Quinton Hall, and Randall Hernandez. It was a pickup of about 2. Another give, Levitt jamming through in space past the 40. He's got another first down, paid the price for it, took a big hit across the Brave 35-yard line, but another new set of chains for this Raider offense.
Levitt on the carry, first down for Sunnyvale.
All the talk of the air raid and the offense through the air, it's been the ground game early here at drive number 1. Yates to throw, quick shot left side. This is caught and goodbye. Landry Laird makes the catch, finds a seam, and cashes in. It's a 6-play, 75-yard drive ending in an opening score for Sunnyvale, 6-0 Raiders. Well, there's that passing attack. It's a very balanced offense for Sunnyvale. Coach John Settle has spread the ball around on the ground and in the air. Extra point coming from Jake Pusina. Good snap and hold, and 7-0 Sunnyvale.
The kick from Jake.
So it only takes them 6 plays and 2.5 minutes. Community trails 7-0 on the Community Braves Network.
off for Sunnyvale is number 1, Jake Messina. And back to receive.
Norris, Winford, and Cheedy back to receive for the Braves. Sunnyvale goes down the field quick, 6 plays, 75 yards, touchdown throw from Rigdon. Yates finds the senior Landry Laird for a quick catch and run, 34 yards on the touchdown reception. And Community trails going to drive number 1. Crowd's into it tonight. Pooch kick from Husina is fair caught past the 32. It's Cheedy on a catch, and here comes Cannon Roan and this Brave offense. Roan getting his 2nd start.
Received by Chauncey Cheedy.
Roan last week, 8 for 10, 148 yards, threw a touchdown, averaged 18.5 per throw with a quarterback rating of 154.2 in a small sample size. River Medlin potentially expected back next week, so we'll see how this offense carries forward in start number 2 with Roan. There's that wing T under center. Starting at the 35, couple of men in motion. 4-man front. Handoff, Hernandez. 35-yard line drag down. Hernandez had a big game last week.
Number 2, Brando Hernandez.
Tallied up a huge season.
And tackling for Sunnyvale.
Going back to last week,
right.
he was the team MVP for
Great second
Community.
down.
5 carries, 115, 3 touchdowns, had a fumble recovery on defense. And he served as the kicker for Community with Jack Winford out. Went 5 for 5 on PATs and averaged 40 yards on a pair of punts. Back in his customary role as the leading back. We'll go right back to him, and Hernandez has to fight just to get through the line of scrimmage. Tip of the ball reached the 35, but it's another short gain, if anything.
Braves 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down. So if there's one situation the Braves want to avoid tonight, it's 3rd and long. And it's staring them right in the face on their opening drive down 7. Sideline and the band have a good presence tonight. District game number 2. They need 9. Roan's going to keep it. He'll get jammed to the 35. He's looking for a running lane. Could not find it. Originally was looking to pass, but nothing doing on 3rd down, and it is a quiet 3 and out for the Braves offense.
On the tackle, number 12, Ian Coon.
Loss of 1 on Roan.
Braves.
Here comes Brando Hernandez out to punt. Only River Medlin spot. Hernandez still doing the drop kicks tonight. It's a good one. It'll hit the 35, take a Brave-friendly bounce to the 27-yard line. Nice punt from Hernandez. So the offense starting slow tonight with the defense with a chance to get them back in the game. 7-0 on the Community Braves Network. Sunnyvale on top. We'll keep it right here. Happy to have you with us tonight. Want to welcome in those of you watching us via Facebook and YouTube. We welcome you into the Community Braves Network. Be sure to bookmark communityisd.org/network or download the Community Braves Network app for Apple or Android. All broadcasts can be viewed live or on demand, free on the exclusive home of the Braves, the Community Braves Network. Here's Sunnyvale out, drive number 2. This is Levitt, who stopped in the backfield. Braves front got in to the backfield quick there. Good start on 1st down.
Number 52, Joseph Smith on the tackle for the Braves. 2nd down.
Levitt picks up 1 to the 29. To throw, left side cut, has Bruiser past the 40. Quick slant.
Joey Bruiser.
Senior in one-on-one coverage. Had underneath open in front of him, and a nice throw coming from Yates.
Number 10, Quentin Hall on the tackle for the Braves. Sunnyvale first
Yates
down.
is now 3 for 3 out of the gate. It's the 4th first down by Sunnyvale early tonight. Oh, Yates bobbled the snap, recovers it and falls on top of it. Takes a shot from Hayden Tanner on the back end, so that'll be a negative play for Sunnyvale.
Yates on the carry.
First blemish of the night. There is a penalty marker.
Hayden Tanner on the tackle for the Braves.
It's either a penalty marker on the 42-yard line or an orange water bottle. Can't make it out. It is indeed a foul, a flag. It's gonna be offside against Community. And instead of a negative play on the botched snap, it'll turn into a free 5 yards for Sunnyvale. So first penalty of the night. Sunnyvale now with a 2nd and 5. Quick throw in the flat, looking for a block. Out of bounds to the sideline, hits the boundary, is Laird.
Yates connects with Lincoln Laird.
It's down near the first down marker. We'll see the spot. Looks like we have a player down or at the 50-yard line. Training staff being tended to. Looks like that's a Raider player. Training staff tending to him. Boy, out of the gate, Sunnyvale's look good. Rigdon Yates has completed 4 of 4 to start the night. Braves unable to stop them on their opening drive, went 6 plays, 75 yards for the touchdown. Touchdown was scored by Landry Laird, 34-yard catch and run. And a pair of first downs in drive number 2 on just 4 plays for Sunnyvale out of the gate. 5:39 to go in quarter number 1. Clock's moving quick. Ball spotted at their own 49. Nice to be a yard short.
2nd down and 1.
Ready to get reset. Second and 1. Keep an eye on receivers to the left side, but rather this time Yates will keep it right up the middle for a first down.
Yates on the first down carry.
So from 149 to the next.
32, Jack Hutcherson on the tackle for Community.
Hutcherson had the stop, and it's another first down for Sunnyvale. Braves defense containing the runs up the middle. It's that first game breaker on play number 1. Yates to throw. Steps up, deep bomb, left side, diving catch. Unsuccessful from Joey Bruiser.
Yates' intended receiver was number 19, Joey
Bruiser laid out the hands and the ball just through his fingertips. Yates put a tad too much on it. But Bruiser had his man beat on the bottom of your screen on that left-hand side. He's working with Jonathan Norris. First incompletion thrown by Yates. And the way this offense likes to spread things out, you're going to see a lot of one-on-one. They'll go back to the ground game on a draw, and Levitt is through. Down to the 35-yard line. Jack Winford on the stop.
Levitt on the carry.
Big carry from Levitt off a draw, and that's what that passing attack does for you as an
Quentin
offense.
Hall,
It
number
opens
5,
up the
Jack
middle of
Winford
the
on the
defense.
tackle for the Braves. Sunnyvale first down. On the Braves 35.
It's one area of a shotgun offense. If the passing game is working, it just opens all kind of trickery with draws and screens. Braves know they have to bring pressure. This time they hold Levitt at the 35.
Levitt tackled by a
Braves have had a couple of plays defensively where they've stuffed the run. It's been those big 8-plus, 10-plus yard gains that they've got to avoid.
Leading on the tackle, number 52, Joseph Smith. That's second down.
Already seen 3 plays for Sunnyvale, gain over 10 yards. Second and 9. Gates looking to the sideline for the signal. He's got Charlie Christopher in the slot. He's got his hands up. Bruiser to his left. Gates, play action. Pressure. Dumps one off deep. Pass is corralled. What a catch by Joey Bruiser at the 5. Had Jonathan Norris to his back.
Connects with number 19,
and Bruiser went up and snagged it in front of Norris. Highlight catch of the night so far. Bruiser down at the 3. Braves got pressure on Yates. He just went to a senior playmaker and he made a play. Bruiser now 40 catches on the season. And Community a touchdown away from going down 2 scores. Wildcat handoff up the middle into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Trey Neve, number 17 on the score, and it's 13-0. Sunnyvale on top.
Sunnyvale touchdown.
Boy, conventional offense with balance in the passing attack and run game. He elects to go to the Wildcat, handing it off to a running back, Neve, who takes it in on one play after the first and goal. Highlight catch made by Joey Bruiser sets up that 3-yard score. And Lucina's extra point is good for a 14-0 Sunnyvale lead. Braves down 2 scores, looking to get the offense going. On district game number 2, a pair of 1-0 district teams battling in Nevada. Plays, 72 yards. Touchdown run off the direct snap to Trey Neve.
After receive the kick is number 5, Jack Winford, number 15.
It's a 4-minute, 6-second drive
Jonathan Norris.
For Sunnyvale. They have won not only in the trenches, they're winning the time of possession battle. Braves went 3 and out to start. Drive number 2 have in store. Whitford, Norris, along with Cheney back to receive. Kick is up. That's a good kick. Picking it up on a goal line is Winford. He needs to get to the 25 to make this worthwhile. He'll get to the 21. That was a nice kick by Lucina.
Ball received by number 5.
Wind's blowing about 15 miles an hour to the opposite end zone. So kicking into the wind, Lucina was able to get the ball over the head of the return group for Community that was playing up around the 20-yard line. And Winford took a chance by picking that one up as it was about to roll into the end zone. Good return, able to get back to the 20, but it looks like we got some laundry on the field. Refs have spotted this one down to the 21, so no penalty. Braves will start at the 21. Roan, quick throw, left side. Norris needs a block, won't get one. Penalty marker at the 20, which is 3 yards down the field where Norris will be stopped for a loss.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
It's going to be roughing the passer.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So a roughing the passer committed by Sunnyvale will give Community a free 15. Correction on that touchdown score for Sunnyvale was actually scored by Zach Bardis, the senior running back who took the direct snap. Braves, after the first down via a penalty, will give it to Quinton Hall, who's getting to the line of scrimmage, not much else.
Quinton Hall on the carry.
Tackle made by Dion Boone.
Dion Poon on the tackle. Braves second down.
Braves need to get something going here offensively. They've averaged 32 points a game. They've done it primarily on the ground, averaging 270 yards rushing per game, 133 passing per contest. So the ground game is where the Braves are going to have to rely. Well, Rowan bots the snap. It's down. A couple of Braves on top of it. Oh, tough break. Braves will hold on to it. I've actually picked up 2 yards.
Cover the ball.
I don't know who you credit the carry to, but it's a pickup of 2. Maybe 1.5.
For the Braves on the 38.
Scoreboard shows 3rd and 9. Change it to 3rd and 8. Braves didn't average a yard on their first possession. They've got a net gain thanks to a fumble here. Need 8. Thrown to throw, dump off, left side, and met immediately in the flat. David Stanfield had no room to run. No gain on the play, and the Braves will go 3 and out after that first down. Gave him a penalty, gave him a first down. So Roan is 2 for 2 throwing the football, but the Braves have gone nowhere.
Randall Hernandez back to punt.
Hernandez back to punt. A good kick last time. He's matched that here. It's the 30. Will find its way out of bounds around the 13-yard line. What a punt from Randall Hernandez. He averaged 40 yards per kick last week against Wills Point. And he's right on track with that as he puts this ball inside the 20. 14-0 Braves down, looking to get back in it on the Community Braves Network. Braves gained 17 yards. Most of that chunk via a penalty. First down for Sunnyvale. It's another give. Levitt off tackle to the left. He reaches the 15. Sunnyvale starting this drive at their own 14-yard line. They'll have to wait till quarter number 2 to run their second play. Offense has been on point for the Raiders. Defense for Community. They've had their positive plays, but have allowed some big chunks, and they'll look to correct that in quarter number 2. 14-0 Sunnyvale on top on the Community Braves Network. On to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter here at Braves Field. Sunnyvale leads 14-0. Checking in regionally with scores. Clement Ford leads Willis Point 14-0 with 3:48 in the first quarter. Caddo Mills leads 7-0 at Farmersville with 5:34 left in the first quarter.
Second quarter underway here at Braves Stadium. I'm AJ Tillage, happy to be with you on the Community Braves Network. Second down and 10 on a sweep to the right side. That's Laird on the carry past the 20-yard line.
Laird on the carry for Sunnyvale.
might have been
34, Hunter Bowles.
Joey Bruiser on a sweep. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third down for Sunnyvale.
Rather check that 3rd down and 4. Big chance to force a punt here for Community. 3 receivers set with a tight end and a back. Yates had a shotgun. Looking to throw. Screen to the left. Has the catch. Tackle made in the open field by Chauncey Cheedy. Got the best of Joey Bruiser and Cheedy. And this Braves defense will stall this drive inside their own 20.
Yates connects with Bruiser and Chauncey Cheedy on the
Big
tackle.
stop for
Forcing
Community.
the
They
fourth
needed
down.
it. Jake Pusina on to punt. First kick of the night.
Casino back to punt for Sunnyvale.
For Sunnyvale, that has not been an extra point or a kickoff. And Pusina's got a big leg, and it is barreling towards that Braves side. Braves will let this one roll out to the 32, and they'll start there. Braves defense finally responds. First punt they forced tonight. Down 2 scores, chance to get back into this one. Here comes the offense, down 14. 67 yards to go for Community. They'll take over. Fresh set of downs at their own 33-yard line. 4-man front. Braves will shift it over. Roan on a sweep. Norris, 30-yard line. Looked to bounce it. Rather cut back inside, and the lanes got clogged. Here comes a penalty after the play.
Flag on the play.
Sunnyvale got tagged for a roughing the passer earlier. And a face mask will give Community another free 15. Exactly how their second drive began with a 15-yard personal foul against the Raiders. That gave Community a first down. They weren't able to do anything with it. Only gained a yard, rather 2 yards after that penalty. They'll look to do much more with it here. Just the second first down for the boys in gray. Haven't earned a fresh set of downs without a penalty quite yet. Looking to change that. Roan, another give. Norris, men in the backfield, keeps those legs turning, but not much on the
Norris on
gain.
the carry.
Out of their own 47.
Brought down by number 21, Landon Wright. Second down.
Be about a loss of 1.5. Clock ticking already, 9:26 and counting here in quarter number 2. Just the 5th total possession tonight. Football's only hit the ground once. Only 1 incompletion tonight so far. Another scoop to Norris, and he's going nowhere. Sunnyvale defensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ian Poon on the tackle.
Ian
for
Poon,
Sunnyvale.
Ty Grace.
Third and long for Community.
Grace the senior in on the stop. Norris got to the 44. Another negative play. Braves are sitting 5 yards behind the chains. You knew against this Sunnyvale Raider offense there were going to come times tonight where Cannon Rowan was going to have to throw on 3rd and long. And he's got a situation like that right here. Raiders playing off the line. Roan, time to throw. Here's a bomb, right side. It is picked off at the 30-yard line. Was a jump ball looking for Hayden Tanner. And Sunnyvale takes
Pass
over.
intercepted by number 19, Joey
Joey
Bruiser.
Bruiser picked it up on a one-on-one battle with Tanner, had the inside lane. And Roan is picked off for the first time this season. Well, they took a shot, and this one's unsuccessful, and the defense will have to pick it up again. Silver lining is it does serve as a punt. Put Sunnyvale at their own 30, so at least they do flip the field. It's not the worst result on taking a shot on third down. So with just under 8.5 in quarter number 2, here's Rigdon Yates to keep it left side. Tackle made by Jack Winford at the 35.
Brought down by number 5, Jack Winford. Sunnyvale second down.
So that's now 2 drives in a row offensively for Community where they've gotten a 15-yard personal foul to give them a first down, and then 3 plays later they get the football right back. Not been able to move the chains after that penalty they've been awarded from Sunnyvale. Yates, here's Levitt, strips a tackle to the 40-yard line with a penalty marker down.
Flag on the play, 32.
Levitt able to pick up a first down through contact. Let's see the flag.
Offense number 40.
We'll be holding on Nate Burleson. Penalty on the junior will bring a first down run back.
10-yard penalty. Third down. All right, here.
Mic check. A 10-yard penalty. Referees getting the ball back. Was a big gain by Levitt, negated by that holding call. I'll be back at the 21, or the 26-yard line. Got 2nd and 14 to go. Another good chance for Community. Yates on a play fake. Right side has Bruiser, and he gets bruised at the 35-yard line, dragged down through contact. Bruiser had to work for those yards. It's another completion for Rigdon Yates, but a short pickup, and here comes a manageable third down for this Braves defense.
3rd and 5 for Sunnyvale.
What does Brad Shea's defense have for us here? Forced a 3 and out and a punt last time. Chasing 2 scores, they need another stop. 7 on a play clock. Yates rolling left, needs 5, has it. Pass is dropped rather.
Yates' pass is dropped on the play.
Boy, Bruiser was wide open at the 40-yard line, had an easy first down, just did not come up with a football. Rigdon Yates made a good throw, but Joey Bruiser running upfield before he had the football, and the Braves force a well-needed punt. Punt unit on for Sunnyvale, but they've got 4 players lined up wide, 3 left and 1 right. Watch the fake. Lucina gets another booming punt. Hernandez will watch this one skip. Inside the 10, it was a little too good of a kick. So Lucina's kick goes well over 70 yards to the end zone. And the Braves will take over with a touchback. 14-0, Sunnyvale on top. Let's get it going offense. Community Braves Network. Coming up, Braves getting the ball back. Braves at their own 20, this play being blown dead. Looks like we've got a timeout called by Sunnyvale there, first of the afternoon. So timeout, Sunnyvale, 14-0 Braves trailing with the ball back at their own 20. Good time, folks, to mention those of you joining us via YouTube and Facebook. We welcome you to the Community Braves Network. Be sure to bookmark communityisd.org/network or download the Community Braves Network app for Apple, iPhone, or Android device. All broadcasts like the one you're watching tonight can be viewed live or on demand, free on the exclusive home of the Community Braves, the Community Braves Network. We'll be here all season long. Braves 3 drives, 2 punts, 1 interception. They've yet to gain a first down without a penalty. Need to change that. Got a man in motion. Roan will hand it off to that man in motion for a run up the middle. Be a short pickup. Looks like a gain of 2. That was Norris on the handoff.
Norris on the carry.
They'll actually give him 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7. For a run game to operate, the yards per carry is about the most important stat. And the 3 standouts this year, Brandel Hernandez, Jonathan Norris, and Quentin Hall, have all averaged at least 7.9 yards a carry. That has not been the case tonight. Braves have been stuffed for 2, 3 yards. Here's a hole. Norris just could not get the Jets going. Good hole open up on that left side of that O-line. Cooper Walker and Josh Cano gave Norris a running lane, but he just got stuck in his tracks. Ball down at the 28.5. Does give Community a 3rd and 1, a chance to pick up a first down. Roan has the signal. You can bet Sunnyvale will bring heat here. Box is stacked. Toss. Norris going downhill. Gets the first down. Down to the 34. First down of the night offensively without the benefit of a penalty. It's a small step, but Community trailing 14 needs to get the offense going. This is a team that has gained 270 rush yards per contest. It's going to be a slow climb to that number tonight. Roan give, fullback Hall, bouncing off.
Quentin Hall on the carry.
To the 37. Pickup of 3. And pound the rock.
And Brent Winfrey on the tackle for Sunnyvale.
That is the rallying cry for this Braves offense. I have a feeling this night's going to come down to a run game that can keep the line moving, and then Cannon Roan's going to have to make a couple big throws tonight. 4 minutes counting. This first half is draining away. Here's a toss to Hall. Rather Hernandez, who can't get to the 45, rather the 40.
Hernandez on the carry.
Down to the 39. Looks like a pickup of 2 for number 2.
Brought down by number 13, Zach Vardy for Sunnyvale.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Braves won the toss, elected to defer. Can they score and drain this clock to end half number 1 down 2 possessions? Roan give, jet up the middle. That's Norris. Swallowed up at the 42, short of the first down.
Hall on the carry.
It's actually Quentin Hall. 4th down, 2 to go. Boy, any other part of the field you'd think about going for it here, but not on your own side. Here comes the punt unit. Braves did have a fake punt week 1, I believe it was, against Pottsboro. Cannon Roan actually caught a River Medlin pass for 25 yards. See if they get him to jump offside here. No flag. Oh, it's a fake. Here we go. Hernandez. He's got room. First down, Hernandez. He's got more. Hernandez. 25-yard line out of bounds. There's the fake. On cue. Randall Hernandez. A first down, a big gain. Penalty marker down. Oh boy. Coming back. You gotta be kidding. Braves coaching box to our right is not happy at this call. There is a penalty marker all the way back to the 43, and my goodness, it's coming back. Boy, Brandon Hernandez picked up about 40 yards on that fake. Like taking the lid off a mason jar, the air is out of this stadium on that penalty that'll bring a fake punt that was uber successful back. And Hernandez will get this punt away. It is a short one into the wind. Takes a friendly bounce, but this won't get to the Sunnyvale 40. Down by Hall at the 45. So momentum, as big as it swung for Community, it goes right back to Sunnyvale after the fake punt is negated by a hold. Raiders taking over at their own 44 on the Community Braves Network.
Dylan Hargrove, please come to the press box. Dylan Hargrove, please come to the press box.
Sunnyvale with the ball back. First and 10 at their 44. Quick throw left side. Bruiser out of bounds shy of the first down, but a pickup of about 7.
Gates connects with number 19, Joey Bruiser. Pushed out by number 14, Jay Boyd.
And they're saying Maboya made the tackle out of bounds past the first down marker, so a fresh set of chains for Sunnyvale. 46-yard line. Give up the middle. Levitt down to the 31.
32, Levitt on the carry.
Clock winding down at 140. Braves have 3 timeouts.
Number 11, Eric Stark from the tackle.
Sunnyvale sitting on 2. Up in the tempo just a bit. Yates has all night to throw. Nearly picked off by Chidi. Deflects the pass. Good play by Chidi. Could have used the takeaway, but it will bring up 3rd down. Chidi on the years had a great defensive season. Pair of sacks leading the team. He's forced a fumble. 9 tackles for losses. That's his first pass deflection on the year. Clock stopped at 126. Needs 5. Nowhere to throw it. Biggs will keep it. Through the middle. Shy of the 40. Won't be enough for a first down. But I don't expect this Sunnyvale offense to step off the field. It's a pickup to give Sunnyvale a 4th and 5.
Before the ball was timeout.
Well, you can erase that play. Referee saying a timeout was called by Sunnyvale before the snap. Braves coaching box didn't like it. KJ Boy's got his hands up. But they'll get a timeout and another 3rd down play. Sunnyvale's got 1 timeout left. Story of this game, Braves defense started the night slow, but after allowing 2 Sunnyvale touchdowns, they forced 2 punts. But it's the offense for Community that has not been able to move the chains, haven't been able to muster much offense outside of 2 penalties that have given them first downs. They've only moved the chains once, and they've got 3 punts and an interception on a one-on-one shot thrown by Cannon Owen on a 3rd and long that ultimately served as a punt. Already down 2 scores. At their own 40, Braves have a chance to force a fourth down. Yates needs 5. He'll give it up. Levitt moving through the line for a first down. What patience by Matt Levitt.
Matt Levitt on the carry.
Weave through his offensive line and gave him the push. And it's a Sunnyvale first down.
Sunnyvale first down.
Clock taking at 55. Yates to throw. Dump off to the left side. Near the 25-yard line.
Number 19, Joey Bruiser.
Joey Bruiser on another catch he's made tonight. He's got over 5 receptions. Second and 4. Levitt, left side to the 20.
On the carry.
Levitt picks up a couple. Nice job by Cheedy sealing the edge. And with 22 seconds, timeout will be called by Sunnyvale. That's their final stoppage of the half. Braves defense needs a stop. 14-0 Sunnyvale, 22 seconds. Remember, Community will receive to start the second half, looking for some defensive momentum to end the half. Sunnyvale with their 8th play of this drive coming up. They started at their own 44. Had the ball for a minute 32. Another minute 36 to be exact. They have wound this clock all the way down to 22 seconds. Community's got 3 timeouts. May not have an opportunity to use them. Here's Yates on a 2nd and 5. Yates has time. Sideline shot, he'll just throw it away. Good coverage by Community. There is a penalty marker on the field. Yates was right around the line of scrimmage when he let that one go to the sideline. Do we have a forward pass here?
Block below the way. Offense, number 32.
Now there's a chop block called against Sunnyvale. Their 4th penalty of the night. And that'll back them up. So from the 20-yard line, that'll back them up past the 30. It's just a 10-yard penalty. So 14 seconds here, no timeout for Sunnyvale, so this completion's got to be a first down or towards the sideline. You have enough time, you'd think, for a completion over the middle and to spike it once. Yates has time. Now the pocket collapses and the Braves get to him. There's a sack, Jackson Younger. 4 tackles for a loss this season. First sack of the year. And that's going to take us to the half, and Sunnyvale will not come away with points. That's a 7-point potential sack for Jackson Younger. So some momentum into the break for Community. Jackson Younger sack will stall this quarter-ending drive, this half-ending possession for Sunnyvale, and will keep it at 14-0. So Community trailing 14-0 to Sunnyvale. Braves will get the football to start this second half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a ball game. Second half, Braves trailing, but they'll get it back on the Community Braves Network.
Regional scores, Cattle Mills now leads 20-8 at Farmersville with 5:28 left in the second quarter. And Quinlan Ford High School leads 35-0 against Willis Point with 7:07 left in the second quarter.
Varsity cheerleaders. Senior Hannah Brady. Senior Janae Green. Senior Kirsten Rodden. Senior Finley Steven. Senior Kate Van Vesten. Senior Haley Evans. Senior Georgia Rice. Junior Caitlin Gonzalez. Junior Clarkson Miller. Junior Emily Stevens. Junior Nadia Cutt. Sophomore Sophia Cantu. Sophomore Kennedy Lynn. And sophomore Hannah Powell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sound of Sunnyvale welcomes you to their spectacular halftime performance of Amongst the Stars. Tonight's halftime performance is sponsored by Hope Coffee. Hope Coffee, Sunnyvale's gathering place. The award-winning Sound of Sunnyvale Raider Pride Marching Band is very excited to continue our 2021 marching season. Tonight's show will include selections from the music of The Planet by English composer Gustav Holst and John Mackey's This Cruel Moon. As we open with Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, get ready to enjoy a trip through the planets with the Sunnyvale Raider Pride Marching Band as they take you amongst the stars. The Raider Pride Band student leadership team would now like to recognize and congratulate our member of the week, Natalie Weicker. Drumline member of the week, Jeremy Valera. And our color guard member of the week, Aaliyah Matthews. Our instrument section of the week goes to those sousaphones. And now, ladies and gentlemen, setting the Raider Pride standard of excellence are two senior drum majors, Angela Rivera, and drum major Sam Frank, field captain Lily Yang, and color guard captain Aaliyah Matthews. Drum majors, is your band ready to perform? Ladies and gentlemen, the sound of Sunnyvale, your Raider Pride Marching Band.
60 seconds and counting. Varsity minus 60. 55 seconds and counting. You understand this is the
Raider fans, for the Sunnyvale Raider fight song. Our band is under the incredible musical direction of Jacob Pipak, Rex Novak, and Mike Nation, with color guard director Diana Villafana. Raider fans, we appreciate you listening and we thank you for supporting us. We especially thank our halftime sponsor, Hope Coffee, Sunnyvale's gathering place. For the Raider Pride Marching Band, I'm Mike Center. Go Raiders! Ladies and gentlemen, Community High School proudly presents the award-winning Dazzling Dames. The Dames are under the direction of Miss Candace Harrison. The Dames are led onto the field by sophomore Lieutenant Caitlin Scott, junior Lieutenant Katie Lynn Fleck, and senior Lieutenant Emily Thibodeau. Name of the week is Miss Hayden Smith. Teacher of the week is Mrs. Riggins. Tonight, the Dames would like to dedicate their performance to all cancer survivors. Thank you for your fighting spirit, bravery, and determination.
award-winning Mighty Braves Band. The band is directed by Rod Boyce, Chris Sumner, Lupita Martinez, Alexandria Pruden, and Jordan Fitzwater. The drum majors for the band are Clayton Hargrove, Marco Roman, and Sania Turner. The band performed at Sunnyvale Invitational on the 2nd. The Braves Band received Outstanding 4A Band, Outstanding Music and Marching, and finished 2nd overall. Last Saturday, the band competed at the Salina Invitational Contest, receiving Best Music at the contest and finishing 2nd overall. Marcher of the Week is Layla Laredo. Section of the Week is the Clarinet Section. Guard Member of the Week is Rebecca Logan and Aaron Hewitt. The band's 2021 marching production is titled Silk Road. The flute duet is performed by Jesus Bolanos and Lily Roddy. Flugelhorn trio performed by Jeffrey Scott, Juan Benitez, and Trevor Young. Sax ensemble is performed by Scott Frisbee, Lily Lloyd, Clayton Hargrove, Emily Thibodeau, Caesar Ledesma. Drum majors, you may begin the halftime performance.
Back here at Brave Stadium in Nevada. AJ Teller's here with Garrett Dorman. It's the Community Braves Network. Community receiving to start half number 2, trailing 14-0. Sunnyvale's offense started out the gate hot. 2 touchdowns to start the game. They have not scored since. Here's Cheedy. Looking for room, fighting. The 20, Cheedy. Takes 3 Raiders to bring him down. Nice return by Chauncey. And the Braves primed to get back into this football game. Sunnyvale came out hot, like I mentioned. 2 touchdowns, one to Landry Laird, the other to Zach Bartis. Those 2 touchdowns on their 2 drives have been the only offense tonight. Teams alternated punting. Community ended their drive with 10:22 in quarter number 2 with an interception, then a punt by both sides, and then Sunnyvale ended the half with possession. A Jackson Younger sack prevented a potential scoring drive to end the half. Here's Brandel Hernandez, stopped at the 30-yard line. Community looking to get back into this game. Pickup of 2. This ball gets to the 30. Braves have been behind schedule tonight with the run game. They've not picked up the chunks they're accustomed to seeing. Remember those 3 players we mentioned, Brandel Hernandez, Quentin Hall, Jonathan Norris, all averaging about 8 yards per carry. Tonight as a team, the Braves have averaged just 2.3 yards a play. Been outgained 174 to 50. Play clock expiring, and Community will get a timeout off to avoid the penalty. So Community looking to shake off the rust from this sluggish start here against Sunnyvale at home. First half totals really favored Sunnyvale in terms of time of possession and total gain. Sunnyvale had time of possession of 7:18 in quarter number 1. Community just 4:42. In the second quarter, Community actually won the time of possession battle in the second, 6:36 opposed to Sunnyvale's 5:24. Community 1 for 4 on third down today. Sunnyvale 2 of 5. So really outside of those first 2 possessions, this game's been a lot more even than it seems. Here's Roan on second down, sweep left side. Norris cutting upfield down at the 33, might have gotten to the 34. But the number that sums up tonight, the total yards, 174 yards for Sunnyvale, only 50 for Community. They've been outgained in total. They've been outgained per play. Sunnyvale 5.1 yards per play, Community 2.3. And I mentioned 1 for 4 on third down. Here's Roan. They need 4, has time. He's one at the 50-yard line. This one's out of bounds and incomplete, and it comes 4th down. Quarterback numbers, Cannon Roan, 2 for 3 for 15 yards in the first half. He's 0 for 1 to start the second. Rigdon Yates is opposite number, 10 for 12, 101 yards.
Number 2, Brandel Hernandez back to punt.
And it's been a balanced attack for this Sunnyvale offense as usual. 174 total yards, 101 through the air, 73 on the ground. And they force a 3-and-out. Brandel Hernandez will punt this one off. Nice line drive kick. It dies in a wind. At the 40, it's loose. Ray sideline is saying it touched a white jersey, but that's not the case. Sunnyvale will take over. Joey Bruiser near it, but didn't touch it. And that will put Sunnyvale past their own 40-yard line to start. Cold night, 66 degrees at game time. 17-mile-per-hour winds at the start, moving north to south. On the screen, that's left to right, almost exact. And you saw that punt had good power behind it from Hernandez, but once it hit that gust around the 50-yard line, it just died. So another short drive for the Braves. They only gain 6 yards. They go 3-and-out. Sunnyvale will get the football 10-14. 3-and-out, netting 6 yards. Does kill 2 minutes on the clock. So the time of possession a bit misleading. Here is Levitt. He's got a big hole before it's plugged at the 45.
Levitt on the carry.
And just like that, they enter Brave territory. Hernandez with the stop. They go from their own 46 to the community 47. Touchdown, touchdown, punt, punt, and halftime for Sunnyvale. Punt, punt, interception, punt, punt for community. Defense has kept them in the ball game. Tough test here, defending their own side. Yates throws this one high, tipped off the hands of Bruiser.
Number 19, Joey Bruiser.
Yates had pressure in his face. Braves got to him.
Broken up by number 14.
Both quarterbacks throwing
Goya.
incompletions to start the half. Yates 10 of 12, 101 yards in the first half. Completed his first 4. 3rd and 3. Levitt jamming through the first down marker to the Brave 43-yard line. Community,
Carried by
again,
Levitt.
that's a result in a vacuum. It's been a positive. The Braves,
Sunnyvale.
other than a couple of big gains on the ground for Levitt, it's been short pickups of 3, sometimes 4. A couple of short gains of 2. The run game is picking up chunks, but they're having to come slow. And again, the stats a bit misleading. Community in this game very well, despite the 14-0 score. Yates, shot, trouble. This is hauled in. Did it hit the turf? They're rolling it a catch, and that's a great grab by Joey Bruiser, the second outstanding catch he's had tonight. What a catch by Joey Bruiser. Puts him all the way to the 3. And here comes that Wildcat inside the 5. Here's Bardis, jetting on the direct snap. Stuffed at the goal line, no signal yet. They roll him down at the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 2 for Bardis. For as prototypical as this offense is for the Raiders, Coach John Settle, when they get inside the 5, they like to go to this Wildcat. They scored their second touchdown with Bardis, and he is in the end zone for the second time, and that's score number 3 for Sunnyvale as it's 20-0. Raiders on top. Four yards now total on 2 scoring runs for Zach Bardis. And this becomes an important ensuing offensive possession for community. And the defense has kept them in the game. They've bent a little bit. It's hard to say they've broken with how little production this offense has been able to muster. They just have not been able to win the field position battle. The couple of times tonight where they've been able to force Sunnyvale to start backed up a bit. They started at their own 14, they went 3 and out. Then they started at their own 30, they went 3 and out. They started to end the half at their own 44-yard line. They marched all the way to the Brave 20. A couple penalties and a sack negated points. Otherwise, we'd be looking at perhaps a much different ball game. But the 3 and out on offense, having to punt into the wind, gave Sunnyvale the ball at their own 46. That's a short field for this defense to defend, and it ends up in points. So 2 methodical drives, 75 yards, 72 yards for 2 scores. But after that, Braves defense, when they've had a long field to defend, they've been able to keep points off the board until this first drive for Sunnyvale in half number 2. It's a 54-yard touchdown drive. Extra point good from Busina.
And Winford back to receive
And
for
community
Busina.
will get the football
Jake
with
Busina.
7:51 to go here in quarter number 3. Well, if you're going to be patient with this offense, it's time to go. No Cannon Roan. The offensive MVP from a week ago has playmaking ability. It's time to execute here in the second half. Need a good return. And a touchback will suffice. Community, in their own right, have had a decent starting field position average tonight. Started at their own 35, though they went 3 and out and punted. They started at their own 21, went 3 and out and punted. Actually had a first down via a penalty and then went 3 and out after that. Then they started at their own 33, got to a 3rd and long, and then Cannon Roan threw an interception that basically served as a punt. Started at their own 20, and they were able to get to their own 42. That was the farthest they've been on the field. You can hit the reset button on this first down snap. They started at their own 28-yard line to begin the half, and they went 3 and out.
Sunnyvale timeout.
Sunnyvale will use a timeout first of the half. They went through their timeouts early in the second quarter, and it actually might have cost them. They had their last drive to end half number 1. They got the ball with about 1:58 left with no timeouts. Rather, they had, check that, they had 2 timeouts on that drive, but it was the 1 timeout they burned prior that really cost them. They got to the 20-yard line, called the timeout, then Brigden Yanks threw an incomplete pass, then they had a 10-yard penalty, and then they got sacked. Instead of having one last gasp, that penalty took points off the board potentially. And in similar fashion, they burn a timeout early out of the gate on defense in quarter number 3. First down coming up. Roan toss to his left. Norris tackled from behind, shy of the 25. Momentum might have gotten him back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 55, Colton Morgan on the tackle for Sunnyvale.
Yards per play might turn up to be the stat of the night. Again, time of possession has gone both ways. But it's been the off-schedule offense tonight. Give Sunnyvale a lot of credit. They have stacked the box and they have made plays. Put this offense in a place they don't want to be, which is throwing on long distances. Here's a nice dime from Roan to the 30-yard line, finding Norris on a little out route out of the backfield, and that gives them a chance to convert on 3rd down. Actually, Davis Stanfield on the reception. Puts Community at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 6. Here comes 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
I don't think you're quite at 4th down territory this part of the field with so much time left, but this is a crucial 3rd down. Roan, quick throw. Picked off, room in front, look out, this is trouble. And campering into the end zone, sliding through the pylon is Charlie Christopher. The sophomore takes an interception back for points, and 27-0. Sunnyvale pounces in front. Boy, Roan made the read, like Christopher made the play. And now this offense is really going to have to get going. Jake Musina, perfect on extra points. That one hurts. Penalty marker in the end zone. That'll be delay of game. So that'll back up Husina's extra point. And give this Sunnyvale defense a lot of credit. They've not allowed Community to stay on schedule with the run game. This is a team that's averaging 270 rushing yards a game, and they were held to just 35 in the first half. Husina's kick is wide left, so that delay of game penalty may have cost Sunnyvale a point. But now on top 27-0 after the pick 6 from sophomore Charlie Christopher. 27-0 Sunnyvale. Community looking to answer on a Community Braves network.
And Cattle Mills leads 27-8 in Farmersville at the half.
Jake Pusina teeing this one off at the 40-yard line. Sunnyvale on top, 27-0. Community 3 plays on their drive, ends in a pick 6. Charlie Christopher, the man, taking it back for the Raiders. Time to hit the reset button. They'll start on their own 25-yard line. That's where they started last time. Braves looking to get their playmakers involved. Quinton Hall, Randall Hernandez, they've been quiet. The Sunnyvale defense has wrapped up this Brave running game. And this is a Sunnyvale team that has been very volatile. The record for them on the year, very misleading, 2-4 overall. Seems like they've been in games where they've either been blown out or they're doing the scoring. Lost 43-7 to Gunter, followed that with a 34-24 loss against Wilson. And then won the shootout, rather more of a blowout against Brownsboro, 49-14. Handoff on first down up the middle. Ball carrier disappearing for another short gain, Quinton Hall. Down to the 25. Here comes another second and long. Oh, got to the 26. But after getting their first win in week 3, 49-14 over Brownsboro, they lost 2 straight. A 41-7 loss to Malakoff, and then lost a close one to Carter, 35-27, but absolutely ran away with it against Caddo Mills, 47-7 in their first district game. Roan to throw. Rolling out, fires one. Winford just couldn't gather it. Rather on a spin, more so than a rollout. Roan on play action had time to throw, just could not connect with Winford. Actually, Hayden Tanner on the attempt. After starting 2 of 3, Roan's now 0 of 3. Here in half number 2, and a timeout being called. Either Sunnyvale's going to have one left timeout, or Community will burn through their first. And they're bringing them right back, so might have been a ref stoppage. No timeout used. Comes a 3rd and 8. 5:39 to go, quarter number 3. Braves down 27. Timeout Sunnyvale. So the Raiders now with 1 timeout left, the remainder of this game on top 27-0. Community, big 3rd and 8 coming up on a Community Braves Network.
Finishing Gracie with Zion, Gracie loves playing softball and attends weekly hitting and pitching lessons in hopes of becoming a productive member of the Community High School softball team in the spring. If Gracie isn't cheering or playing softball, she can be found fishing or attending the dirt track races with her family. One day Gracie hopes to become a game warden and protect the natural resources of our great state of Texas.
Down 27, this becomes a big 3rd and 8 in our own territory. Roan to throw. Dumps it off, incomplete. Looking short for Jackson Younger. And here comes 4th down. And Sunnyvale just not allowing Roan to stretch the field.
Broken up by Zach Bartis. 4th down.
Hernandez back to punt. Oh, had to short hop, and he's got no choice but to run and drop kick it, but the ball hitting the turf, and the knee of Hernandez came down, so he's ruled down. So Sunnyvale will take over right on the spot. That's a tough break. The low snap, Hernandez went down to field it. Almost made a heck of a play to get free, avoid a tackle, and get the punt off, but his knee hit the turf. And the referee standing at the football converging. And Sunnyvale's going to get this at the Brave 15. And that is a disaster. I mean, credit Hernandez for almost making a great play. So with no actual punt, you can almost rule that a turnover on downs.
All spotted on the 14-yard line.
So here's Sunnyvale at their own 15. If the Braves want to get back into this game, they gotta force a stop here. Defense has been good in spurts. Can they pick up the offense? Here's Levitt to the 10. Tackle made by Younger.
Tackled by Jackson Younger. Ball spotted on the 12-yard line. 2nd and 8.
This game potentially hangs in the balance for Community if they're going to have a chance to even get back into it. Already chasing 27. Yates had a gun. He'll give Levitt. Man in the backfield still on his feet. Levitt tackled with Hutchinson on his back. Down to the 7. Hasn't been a marquee rushing night for Matt Levitt. That's one positive. This Braves defense can hold their head high. Levitt came into play averaging 84 yards a game, 508 yards and on 88 carries. He's totaled 100 yards once on the season. He's well short of that now. Play action. Over the middle. Poked up and incomplete. Good defense. Yates was looking for Grace. Josiah Sims on the stop. Nice poke. Also had help from Tyron Callahan. And now 4th and 4 on top 27. Decision time now for Sunnyvale. And they'll send out the extra point unit, rather the field goal unit. So this is a win for Community, forcing a kick. Oh, low snap. That one's bobbled. And downing it is Quentin Hall. And Sunnyvale comes up with nothing. So the Braves respond. They catch a break after they gave one away to Sunnyvale. And now potentially one last gasp for this Braves offense to get back in the game. So consecutive makeshift turnover on downs for both offenses on botched snaps on special teams. Take them how you get them. So if Community can come away with a touchdown here to end the quarter, they would have a chance to get back in it. But that's not the way to do it, as a fumble recovered. Gabe Duran couldn't handle the exchange with Roan. So Roan snap, another handoff to Gabe Duran hits the turf. Cannon Roan in just his 2nd start tonight. It's easy to forget. Filling in for River Medlin, who they hope to have back next week. Inexperience has not showed for the sophomore Roan. Here's a handoff to Ron, who is pummeled to the turf at the 14-yard line. But after a fumbled exchange get recovered and a short run, Braves once again behind schedule. It's been the story of the night. Sunnyvale keeping Community at 2nd and longs. Braves with a 3rd down and 10. Got one receiver out wide right. Roan, pressure, look out, he'll run with it. To the 15 on his feet, now brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll end up 2 yards ahead of the original stick. And on 4th down and 8, they'll punt it away. So they kept points off the board on defense. Offense unable to respond and do anything with it. So it'll be up to this defense. Try to keep Sunnyvale off the board. This has been the best defensive performance of the season for Sunnyvale. High punt over Hernandez. This will be out of the end zone for a safety. So the Braves will punt, but it's going to be after 2 points are put up for Sunnyvale. And for a team that played a lot better than the score indicated in the first half. That's not been the case to start quarter number 3, and the Braves just need to hit a reset button tonight. They were hanging with them all first half long. After Sunnyvale scored on their first 2 possessions, they kept them off the board on their ensuing 3 drives. But the miscues starting to show up for Community tonight. Ball is teed up from the 20-yard line. Jack Winford kicking off after the safety. This one will sail up to the 30. Good kick into the wind. But full head of steam comes Bruiser spinning down past the 45-yard line. They'll start around midfield.
46-yard line. On the tackle, number 34, Humboldt.
So 29-0 Braves. In pursuit of getting on the scoreboard, they've got to stop Sunnyvale before that can happen. And a reminder, for those of you joining us on YouTube and Facebook tonight, we welcome you into the Community Braves Network. First and 10, give to Levitt, and he'll disappear with a 2-yard gain. Those of you joining us via Facebook and YouTube, we welcome you to the Community Braves Network. We will be here all season long. Be sure to bookmark communityisd.org/network or download the Community Braves app for Apple or Android. All broadcasts, including tonight, can be viewed live or on demand for free on the exclusive home of the Braves, the Community Braves Network. AJ Taylor's here for Garrett Dorman. Happy to be here tonight. District game number 2. Big throw over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Charlie Christopher. Had a pair of Braves defending him. Here comes 3rd down and 8. Chance for the Braves to get off the field. District game number 2 has not gone the same way district game number 1 went for Community. A road win against Wills Point. Braves coming into play with a winning record, 4-2. Both these teams 1-0 in district play when the season really matters. 3rd and 8 for Yates. Scamping out left. After a pup, he'll throw this one into the away sideline, and here comes 4th and 8. Punt unit coming on the field for Sunnyvale. So the defense forcing Sunnyvale to settle without points. And a nice job getting to 4th down. It's now 2 consecutive possessions for Sunnyvale. They've been forced to 4th down on just 3 plays. Problem is the last one happened when they got the ball at the Brave 14. Did not score due to a botched snap on a field goal. Lucina's kick, high and strong, hits inside the 20. And this one chipped up at the 15-yard line, and this will pin Community. What a punt from Jake Lucina. And Community will have a mountain to climb. Long way to go. Down 29 points. Braves trying to get some momentum going on offense on the Community Braves Network. First down for Community. Ball falls on the ground. Kenan Rowan falls on top of it to keep the Braves with the ball. came into tonight knowing that Community was going up against a very complete and balanced offense. 131 yards rushing per game, 190 passing per game. Braves are going to be playing in an offensive type game. It has been all Sunnyvale. Second down carry for Norris goes about as well as the last one. Well, this Sunnyvale defense has played a great game tonight. And we got an injured player being looked at. That's out wide. It's one of the Braves receivers. And he'll be 10-2. We'll step out 29-0. Braves looking to get something on the board here at Brave Stadium. Don't go anywhere, folks, on the Community Braves Network. Braves player helped off the sideline, and that will take us to the fourth and final quarter. 29-0 Sunnyvale on top. Braves coming back, trying to finish strong here in Nevada. 29-0 on the Community Braves Network.
That's the end of the third quarter. Another check-in at regional scores. Carroll Mills now leads 33-8 at Farmersville with 10:36 left in the third. And Quinlan Ford still leads 49-0 with 5:28 left in the third quarter against Rose Bluff.
Final quarter set to go here in Nevada. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in just a moment. In District 6, Braves faced with a third down and 14. See if Rome can get free here. He'll toss it to the left side. And met in the backfield is Mboye, and the ball's out. And Sunnyvale think they have it. And the Raiders will indeed take over the football on a fumble.
Fumble on the play. Sunnyvale recovers the ball.
Sunnyvale scored 47 points last week, and they're looking to fill their quota again. And they'll take over at the Brave 12-yard line. If you're just joining us, this game went a lot differently in the first half, even through the first three quarters. But it was 14-0 at the half. Braves were in this football game. Defense was playing well, keeping them in the game. Sunnyvale scored on their first two drives, but after that they were held scoreless. Here's Caden O'Neill, the junior, will step in as quarterback. He'll give Levitt, the main man in the backfield, has not scored today. He's looking for pay dirt, and he'll be stopped at the 2.
Levitt on the carry.
Caden O'Neill, the junior, making his third appearance. He's only 2 for 3 for 12 yards. He's not seen the field too often with the success of Yates. He gives it to Levitt, and he is in. Touchdown, Sunnyvale. Matt Levitt has his first rushing touchdown of the year, if you can believe that. And Sunnyvale's blown this one open, 35-0. Interesting, if you recognize that name O'Neill, Caden O'Neill Jr. is the son of former athletic director here at Community, Brian O'Neill. Can thank Garrett Norman for that one. Here's Pusina on his extra point. It's good. 36-0 Sunnyvale on top. All right. Community, a chance to build some momentum for next week. Maybe get a couple scores on the board. Offense coming back on the field on a Community Braves network. Well, the second half has not gone to plan. Braves have fallen 22 points unanswered here in half number 2. It was a 14-0 game at the half. Kicking off into the wind is Pusina. Got Jack Winford back along with Cheedy. Scoring drive for Sunnyvale after they took over via the fumble. 2-yard score from Matt Levitt. Pusina bombs this one away all the way to the 5. And here's Hernandez looking for the corner. Trying to make something happen. Hernandez to the 25-yard line. Nice return by Brandel.
Great return by Brandel Hernandez. He reaches the 30-yard line.
If there's one indicative player that you can describe this night for Community, it's been Brandel Hernandez, held quiet. This entire running attack has been suppressed by Sunnyvale, but Hernandez, multiple touchdown games, had 4 touchdowns in his last 2 games in both of them. 8 scores on the year. On the ground, he's got 1 receiving touchdown. Braves have not been shut out this year. Trying to keep that trend going. Handoff Hernandez, 30. Spinning, trying to fight free. Gets tackled by Kazi Saeed. Saeed made a nice tackle.
27, Kai Saeed on the tackle.
Pickup of 6 for Hernandez. Rather, gain of 4. See if Roan can beef up these passing stats. He'll throw here. Quick strike, has a man at the 40-yard line. That's Hayden Tanner. Finds his reliable tight end, and that's a Braves first down. And that is significant because that is now the first down of the game for Community that they've earned without the benefit of a penalty since under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. And that's their only second first down of the night in which they haven't had a penalty marker given to them. Got to start somewhere. Can they build from this? Bubble on a swing to Hall, gets a block from Aboye, and he's down past the 45. Gets a nice block from Aboye on the swing to Hall. Here comes a second down and medium. Rather, second down and 3, pickup of 7 for Hall. They've already gotten 1 first down on this drive. Can they get a second? Stansfield by himself out wide to the left. Keep an eye. Top of your screen. Roan to throw. Gets out of there, and he makes a good decision to get out of the pocket before it collapses. Reaches the 48. Might have gotten the 49.
Gain is 1. Sky Saeed on the tackle for Sunnyvale. Third and 2.
That pass to Hayden Tanner was the first completion of the night for Cannon Road in half number 2. And it took all the way to the fourth quarter. Started 2 of 3. He's now 1 for 5 in half number 2. Here's a give up the middle. Norris. Good to see him back in a football game. And that's another Brave first down. That was actually Jack Hutcherson on a carry, not Jonathan Norris. Hutcherson, the junior, picks up the first.
First down.
5 total first downs, 2 of them awarded with penalties. Braves have 2 of them tonight. Hutcherson getting added carry, Jonathan Norris out of the game. Here's Roan rolling out, fires, this one's caught, hauled in. Catch on a sideline will give the Braves a chance to get another first down. Davis Stansfield on a catch on the right-hand side. Braves moving the football.
Brought down by number 6, Isaiah Willett.
Down to the 46-yard line. Roan's now completed 2 passes in a row. He's 4 of 9 tonight. Charlie Ott checking off the sideline, having a word with the Brave staff, and a timeout called by Community, their first of the half. So garbage time here tonight, Braves marching. Looking for touchdown drive number 1 of the night. This is the farthest they've been on the field. And we will keep it right here. Want to send one more shout out to those of you viewing the Braves tonight via Facebook and YouTube. We welcome you to the Community Braves Network. Just be sure to bookmark communityisd.org/network, or be sure to download the Community Braves Network app for Apple or Android. Works pretty darn handy on an iPad, on your phone, or your tablet, your computer, whatever device you desire. And be sure to be with us all year. All broadcasts can be viewed live or on demand for free on the exclusive home of your Community Braves, the one and only Community Braves Network. 2nd and 8, let's go. Pick up another first down. Here's Roan, play action, gonna throw, has the time, going for it all. Could not find Mboya on the sideline, and down goes a ball boy. I think he wants some smoke. Mboya patting him on the head. Boy, that kid looked ready to go. Got back to his feet pretty quick. He's got the green mesh jersey over him on the sideline near the kicking net. Rather, actually, no, that's the youth jersey. That's the Pee-wee jersey down low. That kid that Mboya brought down. A future Brave, perhaps. He's a current Brave, plays for the Pee-wee team. Timeout called by Community, that's their second. Yeah, things been just brought to my attention here in the booth. That kid that Mboya collided with on the sideline, that's Cannon Roan's brother. I just got some nods.
Attention students, if you need a ride after the game, please call me now.
That's Jet Roan down there, maybe a future Braves quarterback.
Braves, just another reminder that the Mighty Braves band.
So, all right, you look at the score. It's not been pretty, but it's been pretty misleading. It was 14-0 at the half. Braves defense was playing well. They forced 2 punts to end the half after Sunnyvale scored on their first 2 drives. And then some of the miscues started showing up in the third quarter. They had a punt, a snap, and on a punt that went into the end zone for a safety. They're looking to right the ship here. Roan weaving through the pocket. He's past the line. He's got to run with it. He will. To the 40, spinning for a first down. Cannon Roan. Roan family's pretty tough. Cannon able to get to the 36. That's another community first down. Roan saw his brother, the ball boy, on the sideline take a hit and get right back up. Roan did him one better. Moved through traffic, weaved through the pocket. Gets to the 36. Pickup of 10. Braves first down, their fourth of the drive. It's more than they've had all game long. First and 10. Here's a give. Cheedy to the 30. Pickup of 6. Here's that Braves running attack we expected all night long. Sunnyvale defense has played a good ball game. Second and 5 coming up. Davis Stanfield out wide at the 30. Good time for play action. Oh, give to Amboya at the 35-yard line. That's the second time Amboya's put the ball on the ground on a sweep. Roan just couldn't give it to him clean. And again, for the most part, the blemishes of a sophomore making his first and second start at quarterback have not shown up. There's been a couple of blips tonight. 2 exchanges now fumbled. They've recovered both of them. But for the most part, Roan's been pretty professional in handling this offense. He's done what they've asked him to do. He's looking to get them into the end zone for the first time tonight. Roan stepping up. Deep ball, too strong. Ott couldn't get there. Wasn't a bad ball. Had a good spiral to it. Was a safe throw. Ott had a step or two. Roan just could not fit it in. And here comes 4th and 9. Offense still on the field. Why not? What more do you gain from punting this one away? Work in a 4th down play. Jack Winford returned to action tonight. He had the distance in warm-ups from about 52 yards. A little longer than where they're at now, but they are going to go for it on 4th down. Roan evading the sack. He's got to get out of there, and he's dragged and thrown down at the Braves 47-yard line. Tough break for Roan in this offense. 4th down, couldn't just throw it away. Couldn't just check it down. And he's sacked, and Sunnyvale will take over in Braves territory. So it doesn't end in points. It wasn't pretty, but it was the Braves' best drive of the night. They went from their own 27 all the way to the Sunnyvale 35. That's the farthest on the field they've marched all night long. Accumulated 4 first downs. Forward progress will give Sunnyvale the ball at their own 45. It's one of the longest forward progress calls I think I've ever seen in my life. Just considering the fact Roan got sacked, he was thrown down to the turf at their own 42, 43-yard line. The ball's brought back all the way to the 45, so the Braves do catch a break on the forward progress call. Understand the call, but I think it's kind of funny. If you're going to call forward progress to protect the quarterback, you think you'd want to not let him get sacked and drag 12 yards down the field. 36-0, Braves will call their last time out. Here comes the defense back on the field. Well, you can find out a lot about your football team in garbage time in spots like this. Defense a chance to send one last statement, perhaps, before they hit the locker room at home. Here's a carry to a new ball carrier for Sunnyvale, and he's dragged down for a gain of at least 9. That's Isaiah Sims on a carry. It's a pickup of 10. They roll him a first down.
Tackled by number 13, Kyron Callahan.
Sunnyvale on offense tonight. Touchdown, touchdown. 2 punts. Had time expire in the first half on them. Then a touchdown, scored on a pick 6. Had a turnover on downs when they botched the extra point, rather a field goal, and then a punt. And then scored a 2-play touchdown drive that started at the 2 after a Braves fumble inside their own 5. Here is Caden O'Neill with a short carry.
Number 2, Caden O'Neill. Brought down by 3, Jackson Younger.
Looking ahead, we're at that point. Braves will head on the road and do battle with Caddo Mills next week. District game number 3, Caddo taking care of Farmersville. They were up 27-8 at the half. They've improved that to 33-8. And the other district game in action, Ford on top 49-0 on Wills Point. So Wills Point getting a pair of 40-point games against them to start in district play. 41-7 victory for Community last week. Another give, another ball carrier. 32-yard line. That's Kaizi Saeed.
Saeed on the carry.
Senior running
First
back.
down for Sunnyvale.
Kai's this year,
Elmer Cadena on the tackle.
it's only his 5th game. He's got 7 carries, 26 yards heading into action tonight. Senior comes into spots like this. And we've got a Brave hobbling to the sideline. That's Hunter Bowles, junior, on the one leg, gets over to the sideline. He'll be tended to. Braves a little banged up tonight. Lost Jonathan Norris. Hope to get Bowles back as soon as they can. Here's Saeed again. Penalty marker sitting at the 33.
Saeed on the carry.
But again, those of you just joining us, first off, you're pretty late. But second, this was a different game in half number 1. 14-0 at the half. Braves were in this game. And while the final score is not going to dictate a good defensive performance, pretty much the case of all Braves losses this year, there have been good things they've done all game long.
Sit down.
You know, it's so important to play complementary football, which the Braves have done a lot lately. They played a lot better of late when they're back-to-back games for the first time this year after the bye. But in the spots where they haven't been able to play complementary, that's when it's come back to bite them. Double fake, another give to Saeed. He's down to the 30-yard line.
Saeed on the carry.
Really, the turning point in this game, you thought for Community was going to be to end the half. Sunnyvale had the ball in their hands. They started at their own 44. They got to the Community 20. They used 2 timeouts on that drive. The one timeout they didn't use was the one they burned at the end of the first quarter on a 4th down in which they were punting. That timeout potentially could have gotten Sunnyvale another chance to score at the end of the half. Instead, they had to settle for taking a deep shot, and a Jackson Younger sack took points off the board. So Sunnyvale, rather Community, was going into the halftime with a lot of momentum. O'Neill brought down by Younger at the 32.
Brought down by
We'll bring up 3rd and long. But the Braves felt good going into halftime. Only down 2 scores, they would get the ball back to start. But the inability to get anything going offensively, they settled for just 3 plays, 6 yards. They had to punt. And then Sunnyvale, because Community had to punt into the wind, Raiders took over at their own 46-yard line and went 54 yards
If you need a ride, please call me.
on 6 plays for a touchdown drive, taking advantage of the short field. And then once Sunnyvale got up 3 scores, it was pretty much downhill from there. Here's a carry, tackle made by Cheedy. Isaiah Sims on the carry.
On the tackle for Community.
That'll bring up 4th down.
That's a 4th down.
But
for
once Sunnyvale scored after the Braves 3 and out and then gave them a short field, that's when it unraveled. 3 plays later, Community pass from Cannon Run was intercepted and returned for a touchdown by Charlie Christopher. They missed the extra point. That made it 27-0. And the Braves, all they've been able to muster since then is a turnover on downs, a safety, a fumble. And it kind of went off the rails a bit since then. There's going to be 2 separate game tapes this week for this one, folks. A first half tape in which Community can build from, and a second half tape in which Coach Bland is going to want to show his players, let them learn from it, take notes, and then burn, beat, destroy, and just lose that tape for this second half of this game. Here's something. Here's a 57-yarder for Jake Pacina into the wind. Here we go. Here we go, something, folks. Kick is up. It is going to be well short. That is an ambitious effort. Here's a return from Hernandez. He's been held quiet all night long. Another good return all the way to the 25-yard line. Heck, I give Sunnyvale a lot of credit for giving Jake Pacina the green light to try it. Was what, a 57-yard field goal attempt? It was Hernandez on the return. It was actually a pretty good return by Hernandez, but had he just let that one hit the turf, they would have took over about 20 yards up the field. Why not? How many times you go to a football game on Friday night, folks, and you see a 57-yard field goal attempt that's not to win a game? Usually don't get the green light for kickers that often in that situation. Love to see that kick again. Here's Roan, and this one awkward from the start. Almost looked like Roan was going to take a knee. I think he might have fumbled the snap and then tried to give it to Cheedy to salvage it. He's tackled for a loss.
Down by number 6, Isaiah Willis.
I would have loved to see Jake Pacina try that kick going with the wind rather than against it. Wind going north to south. He was about 10 yards short of making it. Saw Jack Winford in pre-games 52 yards. Good on a couple of tries from that distance, but that was going with the wind. Refs letting the clock go, and that will take us to the end of this one. Braves probably won't run another play. Rather, play clock at 6. They'll have to run one more play to end this one. Roan will throw, being chased. Roan will just dump it out, taking a hit. And that will stop the clock at 2, so we got to do back for one more. Well, broken record at this point, but I'll say it one more time. 14-0 at the half. Braves had momentum. Great plays by Jackson Younger. At the end of the half, a sack that took points off the board. And Community went into the halftime break with an opportunity to get back into this game. But it is a 22-point second half effort for Sunnyvale that takes them home. And on the road, they improved to 2-0 in district play, 3-4 overall, 1-2 on the road. Community falls to 4-3, 1-1 in district play, and 2-2 at home. Community will be back on the road to Caddo Mills on the 22nd, same time, but on the road, 7:30. You can catch that game and all future broadcasts live and on demand on the Community Braves Network. We thank you for joining us tonight. For Garrett Norman, I'm AJ Tellers. 36-0 the final. Sunnyvale Braves will look to get back on track next week at Caddo Mills on the Community Braves Network.
Community IC would like to thank you for attending tonight's game.